This is Jason Russell with your Eastern District Fishing Report. Large reservoirs are finally returning back to summer pool levels after last week's rain event. Water clarity at most larger lakes is also improving and starting to return to normal. Fisheries staff members have been surveying largemouth bass populations across the district, and bass numbers are looking good at most locations. Yatesville and Dewey Lakes have shown the best results so far, with good balance across all size ranges. Some of the larger bass we have seen to date have come from Paintsville Lake in Johnson County, Cranks Creek Lake in Harlan County, as well as Grants Branch in Pike County. Catfish angling at Dewey and Fish Trap Lakes are continuing to produce good numbers and sizes of all three major species. Cut baits such as shad and bluegill are producing best results for blue catfish, while flatheads prefer live bait. Channel catfish are easily enticed by bank or boat anglers using chicken livers as well as other commercially prepared baits. Electrofishing surveys on Carr Creek Lake last week were showing very good numbers of red ear sunfish up to 8 inches. Black crappie and bluegill numbers are also increasing. Large female bluegill were beginning to stage on bedding areas last week on small main lake coves and shallow areas. Spring is a great time to fish Carr Creek Lake before the hydrilla has had time to fill out and limit fishing opportunity. Anglers fishing at both Carr and Paintsville Lakes should use caution to remove all aquatic vegetation from their boat and trailer before moving to other lakes. These two lakes both contain hydrilla, which is a highly invasive aquatic plant which can be easily transferred to other lakes. Please do your part to help limit the spread of this unwanted aquatic nuisance.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Lake temperatures across the district are running in the mid to upper 70s. It's a great time of year to get out and start fishing for bluegill and shellcracker at many of our department-owned lakes, such as Beaver, Corinth, McNeely, Elmer Davis, and Bolts Lake. These fish are beginning to spawn, and they can be found in fairly shallow water along the banks. Look for open areas in the algae where these fish are bedding. You can use night crawlers, redworms, crickets, to catch a few of these fish. It's a good time also to catch a few largemouth bass. They are post-spawn now. You can catch a few of these fish throwing crankbaits, jerk baits, or spinner baits, or you can use a variety of plastics such as plastic worms or a jig and plastic combination. Especially fish around shoreline cover or the outside edge of the filamentous algae or any aquatic vegetation beds. Also, it's a great time of year to get out and fish some of your local streams like Elkhorn Creek, Floyd's Fork, South Fork, Licking River. It's a great time to catch a few smallmouth, try your luck casting small crankbaits, small jerk baits, or even some small soft plastics to catch a few of these fish this time of year. And finally, don't forget about your local Finns lakes. They've been stocked with channel catfish. It's a great time of year to get out and enjoy some fishing at many of these park lakes. Check out the department's website at fw.ky.gov for a complete list of Finns lakes in your area. So grab a pole, enjoy some great summer fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Water temps have shot up to 76 degrees this week, which is causing some major changes with our fishing at Kentucky and Barkley Lake. The bass spawn is largely over, but the males are still guarding their fry. For largemouth, this will mean a very mobile ball of fry that will be guarded by the male as they travel around the bay. For smallmouth, the fry stay very close to the nest, so the smallmouth males are essentially still on those spawning banks next to the nest they made a few weeks ago. The females, and particularly the largest females, are all post-spawn, so a variety of lures and techniques can work right now, and it's worth scanning those early ledges to see if you can find a school of post-spawners. For anglers hoping to fill the cooler and have a fish fry, you have a lot more options. Bluegill, red ear, long ear sunfish, and channel catfish are all shallow right now. Now the bluegill, red ear, and long ear are all guarding nests with fry or eggs, so you can find them in shallow areas without a lot of wave action, someplace out of the wind. The channel catfish are being found on chunk rock or riprap banks, but you'll still find some scattered on the other shallow banks. Now for the open-minded, multi-species angler, you can catch all of these species, the bluegill, red ear, long ear, and channel catfish, using a simple night crawler under a bobber technique. If instead you only want to catch catfish, fishing with some type of stink bait or even live minnows fishing near the bottom will be your best bet. Jugging has also been pretty good lately for those fishing from boats. Tailwater fishing below both dams has been decent, but has slowed down some now that the water flows are comparatively lower than they were a couple of weeks ago. This is less of an issue for boat anglers who can move around and find current breaks, but for bank anglers below the dams, the amount of water being discharged through the dams or turbines is important. Generally speaking, more water discharge is better than less, and you can view the current as well as projected discharge for both dams by visiting TVA's website for Kentucky Dam. For snaggers below Kentucky Dam, these next couple of weeks will also be your last chance for daytime snagging. After May 31st, snagging is only allowed at nighttime from sunset to sunrise. As always, if you do decide to get on the water, please remember to always wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.